I just kind of wanted to go over some techniques that I've been working on. A lot of people always like, what do you do? What are you always saying? NLP, EFT, I don't understand these things. I always have to go over it. So I wanted to make a video just basically describing what EFT is. So EFT is, it stands for Emotional Freeing Technique. And NLP is Neuro-Linguistic Programming. They're different modalities, but I always combine the two. Traditional EFT, if you looked up EFT on like YouTube, for example, you tap yourself. It's emotional freeing technique. The technique is to tap yourself on these meridians. So there's a meridian right here. There's a meridian right here. There's a meridian here, 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 and here. This is like your sore spot. So right here and right here. And then there's the karate chopping of the hands. I don't like the hands, so there's no point talking about it. I don't think they work. So I like this one, and I like this one, and I like this one. So right here, your sore spot. Right here, your temple. And right here, it's like right here you'll feel like an indentation. So this is a meridian. It's basically a window to your soul. So if you tap this spot right here, and then you kind of say anything like, I release and I let go of my pressures and the stresses of the day. I release and I just allow my body to let go of all the negative energy that's stored today. You just say that and you tap this, then that negative energy will be released. You're hitting like a window to your soul. Your body will let go of it. So I use NLP, which is Neuro-Linguistic Programming, like I said, to basically rewire the brain structure and the belief systems. Basically, we have belief systems. So most of the time I deal with anxieties, fears, traumas, depressions, and I use Neuro-Linguistic Programming and EFT to basically rewire that part of the brain, the subconscious mind, that's holding those belief systems, in a sense, that are holding that trauma is the right word. People that have trauma have a chronic illness. People who have chronic illness, they all have trauma, not about 90%. So if you have an anxiety disorder, you had trauma probably in the past. If you're depressed, you had trauma probably in the past. I have Lyme disease, so I was able to overcome Lyme disease. So that basically means I didn't have trauma in the past because I had an immune system that was able to overcome it. So I'm not 100%, but I'm 100% better than I was, that is for sure. So if you stay in a chronic state, meaning I've tried everything under the sun and I just can't fix it, I just can't beat it, I just can't sleep. If you have a chronic condition, then chances are that you had in your past trauma. There's no other way to put it. So most what I have, questions with my work with Lyme, and people who have Lyme, a lot of my friends obviously have Lyme. What we deal with is anxiety. That everybody who has Lyme basically has some form of anxiety, and most of the prescribed medications actually make you anxiety ridden. I mean, they will literally put you in a state of anxiety, chronic state. So it's a damn shame, but I don't know why that works. We're not sure why that happens, but that's what happens with people who have Lyme. They become anxiety ridden. As long as you have Lyme, you pretty much are going to have always like a little hint of some anxiety running around. So one of the biggest ones, of course, is the anxieties around either medications or doctors. So, or both. Hospitals, the whole damn, place, the building, the parking lot, the lab coats, that sound that they make when they slide the sheet back, and these things we don't think about, but the minute we hear them, they're triggers. And most people who have Lyme are basically abused by the medical system because they don't, we go in with these tragic symptoms, and the doctors or the nurses usually, I would say probably 50% of the time, they're just not on your side is probably the best way to describe it. It just kind of goes bad. So what we're going to do on this right here, this video, is just, since we have a kind of a background of where the anxiety comes and the triggers and who gets anxiety and who doesn't, what we're going to do is try to remove anxiety. So what you should do is just watch this video from here on out and then go back and then do it with me. So just do exactly like I do. And it's hard for me to do because I'm always working with someone. In this case, I'm going to be, in a sense, working with myself and describing what I'm doing. So the problem is, for example, I have to go to the doctor's office tomorrow and I'm anxiety ridden about that. So I would have all the symptoms of anxiety, feelings, my gut feels funny, there's a pressure on my chest, I'm pacing, I can't sleep, my skin is starting to irritate me, I got neck problems, I have a migraine, my food isn't working, my medication isn't working, and it's not going to work. Nothing's going to work if you're in a stressed out state or an anxiety ridden state. Nobody can heal or get better in an anxiety ridden state. It's impossible. No man can serve two masters. You can't detox yourself on one hand and poison yourself on the other. It's not going to work. You can't ask for healing, obviously, if you're under a fight or flight pattern. Not going to work. So, take all the herbs, all the prescribed medication you want. If you're anxiety ridden, you're not going to heal. Not today, not tomorrow. If it goes on for 3 years, that's how that's going to go too. Enjoy your wheelchair because it's not going to go away on its own because you're stewing it up. So, anxiety basically is an emotion or feeling, but it's a belief system, technically. So, meaning what we perceive is what we believe. So let's figure this out. So my anxiety is I have to go to the doctor. I have to go to the hospital or the doctor's clinic tomorrow. They're going to treat me like this. I'm going to say this. We're going to do that. It's going to go like this. And then they're going to prescribe me this. And if they don't prescribe me this, then I'm going to die. And if they don't give me that, then that's going to make, and that makes me sick. When they don't listen to me, that happens. And I don't have the money to pay for this anyhow. And if I'm not going to pay for it anyhow, what's the point of going? And if they don't listen to me, and it's 6 hours away or 3 hours away, and nobody listens to me and nobody cares, and so that's how it goes. So let us fix that. This is something that you have to do basically daily, because if you have a problem daily, you're going to have to fix it daily. You're going to have to, in a sense, it's easier to remedy a situation than it is to cure it. So this is how we do it. We tap like that, and we tap these little meridians, these windows to our souls. There's one here, one here, one here, and one here. That's all we got to do. Concentrate right here. You feel right here, you're going to feel an indentation. There's a sore spot right here. It's a soft spot right there, one right here, and a little indentation right there. So let's do it. So this is how I do it. Now, I was always doing it with a client, so I've never done it like this to myself. We'll see how it goes, at least out loud. So I tap on myself. I take a nice couple deep breaths to relax myself, and I just tell myself what I'm doing. It's good for me to relax. I need to relax. I need to release and let go of some things that aren't helping me. Some thought processes that aren't healing me, that are actually aggravating me and causing me more stress, more fear and anxiety. It's not a natural place for me to be in fear and have anxiety. I wasn't made like this. I wasn't designed like this. Somehow I've just worked myself up. So there's some things I need to do. Some things I need to say to myself to help myself. And one of the things I need to say to myself to help myself is that I release and I let go any stress I'm having over the hospital. I release and I let go from my body, from my mind and my spirit. Any anxiety or fears or stresses I have surrounding the hospital or the clinic or the building. I release and let go of any triggers or any thoughts or any nasty feelings I have to the hospital itself, the way it looks, the way it sits in the parking lot, the way the lines are there, the way the cars are in the parking lot, all the signs, all the emergency rooms, all the things that surround the hospital, all the feelings, all the windows, all the doors, all the lab coats, I release and I let that go now. The anxiety and the fear and the stresses I have over the hospital, the building itself, I release and I let them go now. And I can enter the hospital without an agenda. My agenda is just to go to the hospital. It's not like the hospital has an agenda against me. The hospital isn't conspiring against me. When they built the hospital and laid all those bricks, they were trying to heal people and help people. Regardless of the thoughts, the hospital has no agenda against me. So therefore, I don't have any agenda against the hospital. The parking lot is my friend. The signs are my friend. These things are put here to help us, not necessarily hurt me. Has nothing to do with me, as a matter of fact. The building was built for the reason it was built. I'm going into it, and I remove my agenda, and I release and I let go of my fear and my anxiety and my stress about the hospital. And when I see a white lab coat, I realize the white lab coat isn't trying to hurt me. It's just cotton. It's just fabric. It's just a white color. It's just a lab coat. It doesn't have any power over me. I release and I let go of all the power associated with the lab coat. And all the little signs and all the little machines that I see, I release and I let go. Those machines they have no business with me. They don't care about me. They're just plugged into the wall. They don't have an agenda with me, and I don't have an agenda with them. I release and I let go of all my anger now. All my anger over the people who are walking around in lab coats with stethoscopes and touching people's bodies. I release and I let go of all my anger that I have. I have a lot of anger. I need to... That's good. I release and I let go of all my anger now. I'm not angry with you. I'm just upset. I'm scared. I can't seem to heal. I came here for answers, and sometimes I don't get my answers, and I get so angry. And I realize these people are just people, whether or not they're smart or dumb, or they have a concern about me or not. They're not conspiring against me. Maybe they treat me good or bad. I don't know. Maybe I've had some bad things happen to me in the past in hospitals, but every day is different. Every football team is different. It's not like me hating a certain team over a certain team. It just doesn't make any sense. Nobody cares. Nobody worries like me. I release and I let go of all my worries now. My worries about what are they going to say. I release that and let that go. I can't control things I can't control. And it's not something I need to do. I need not to worry about things I need not to worry about. I don't think about things I don't think about. I can't control tomorrow. There's no point worrying about it. There's no point me telling the man what he's going to say to me. There's no point in me rehearsing what the doctor's going to say. I don't know what he's going to say. I don't know who's going to be there. I don't know if he's a he or she's a she. I don't know what side. I don't know anything. Why would I have an agenda? So I release and I let go of now. And I want to attract good things to me. So I'm not going to go in there angry and attract anger. I'm not going to go in there unhappy and attract unhappy people. I release and let go of all my anger and my fears and my frustrations about the medical community now. I ask that God send me someone to heal me, protect me, see it my way. I ask the universe and God to heal me and send me an angel. An angel in a white lab coat wouldn't be bad. I ask for help and support. I know that you will help me. I know that you will heal me. And I know that you will send me the right people at the right time to help me and heal me. And I release and I let go of all my anxiety about my health. I release and I let go of all my anxiety about doctors. When I say the word doctor, I think of an angel now. An angel in a white lab coat. I think of an angel in a white lab coat. When I say the word doctor, I no longer carry anger. I release and I let that go. And I realize this person has been put on this earth for a reason. It may not be for me. It may be for someone else. So it's not up to me to curse them. Maybe this isn't the right doctor for me, and that's a blessing. Thank you for sending me the wrong doctor so I can get to the right doctor faster. I want to get to the right doctor faster. So sending me the wrong doctor is a great answer, because it's just an opportunity for growth. I realize that this isn't the right doctor, and I move on to the right doctor. It's okay. Not every person I dated became my wife. Not every person I met became my friend, and not every doctor I bumped into became my preferred doctor. I need to take responsibility for my own health care. What I put in my mouth is my responsibility. So I release and I let go of my anger about anybody, because in general, it's really my problem. And I need to be the solution. I need to be my strong tower. I need to be good enough. And I need to understand and release and let go of all my little fears and my angers and my frustrations. I let my frustrations and my angers and my fears go now. I remove them from my mind, my body, my spirit. I remove them from my mind, my body, my spirit. All my anger, my fear, and my frustrations leave my body now. And I ask God to send me an angel to protect me, heal me, and make me whole. And I know it will be done. Thank you, Father. I release and I remove all my agenda and all my anger and all my fear and my frustration over my medical situation. I no longer fear doctors. I no longer fear clinics. I no longer fear buildings. I no longer have any fear. I remove my fear. All my fear can go now and leave my body 100%. I'm just a love and light vessel. That's what I am. That's what I do. I remove my agenda. I have no agenda. My agenda is to heal myself. My agenda is to heal myself. I have one agenda, but it's to heal myself. It's not to prove to the medical community how smart I am. My job is to shed love and shed light. My job is not to correct people and make them feel stupid as they have made me feel stupid. No. That would be childish and immature, and I'm not childish and immature. I'm a being of a righteous manner, and I do righteous things, and I walk righteously, and I talk righteously, and I don't stoop to lower levels. I don't have to. It's a waste of my time and my energy. Hating and being angry with people is a waste of my time and energy. Being angry about my medical situation is a waste of my time and energy, so I remove that and I let that go. And I realize greater days are yet to come, and I allow them to come. I no longer have any stress or fear or anxiety about anything anymore. I remove my anxiety, my fear. And I take a deep breath and I say, I'm okay. I'm okay. I'm all right. I'm safe and I'm sound and I'm okay. I'm going to be okay. I'm safe and I'm sound and I'm okay. It's okay to be okay. Okay is just fine with me. I'm not perfect. I was never perfect. I know my best day was I ever perfect. And I'm okay with that. What I am is okay. I'm okay with being okay. So I give myself a big mental hug and I just know that I'm okay. I'm certain that it's okay. And I'm positive that I'm okay. Regardless of this or that, I'm okay. I'm not going to die. I'm okay. And I forgive myself for being angry and bitter all this time. Nobody's perfect. Everybody makes mistakes. I just made one a little too long, that's all. So I forgive myself and I forgive them and I move on with my life and I'm okay. It's okay to be okay. Take responsibility for my life. Cavalry's not coming. I am that strong tower. And I know I can do it. And I know I will do it. Watch me. Watch me. Amen. So that's how I do it. With a client, it would be a little bit more speech pattern involved. I would speak like them. I would talk like them. I would kind of go back and forth with the dialogue that they went back and forth with me. Basically, that's the neuro-linguistic programming, like rewire that. You used to talk like this, now you talk like this. I used to think like this, now I think like this. I used to believe this, now I believe this. So the pattern is, I used to think like this, and you take that to a higher ground. Now I think like this. I forgive myself for thinking like this. And then you take it to a higher ground, which is, you let in God, basically. You really take it to a higher power. So you start from here, and you go to here, and then you let in some, thanksgiving and grace. And then once that grace is extended to those grace gets extended to who it needs to get extended to, and then you just give thanks and praise. So I have a problem. I used to think like this. Now I think like this. And now I kind of think like this. And I'm sorry for the way I used to change, or the way I used to think. And I give grace. I say the apologies I need to say. And then I just turn it over to a higher power. Say, just do with me what you will. But I'm not going to do that anymore. Hope that helped. If you have any questions, amragent@yahoo.com. amragent@yahoo.com.